I'm Richard Lewis reporting for Gadget.org, and I'm here with BlinG of Team Dignitas. We've just finished the group stage and the brackets have begun, so I'm just going to grab a few words with him now between matches. First thing I want to ask you about is sort of how you came to be in Team Dignitas. You've got quite an interesting story for those that aren't aware of it. You sort of came through a competition to be one of the best gamers in the UK and to be given that opportunity to play with some more professional players. Can you tell me a little bit more about the history behind that?
Well, basically, Team Dignitas announced a tournament, game as such, for StarCraft 2, and it was for UK players. And I qualified for that. They done online qualifiers and then held an 8-man final at London Gamer Base. I managed to win that, which was pretty cool, and then also they chose me. So yeah, I guess that's my way into Dignitas, which is pretty cool.
Well, obviously you must have some potential for that to be the case. There are a few cynical people, I'm sure you know what it's like in esports and competitive gaming, that are maybe saying it's a bit gimmicky. What do you think? Do you think that you've earned your spot and that you actually do deserve for the next year to be a Team Dignitas representative and you're going to go on to good things?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I won the tournament, so. But also there's good players in it, like really good players, so I've kind of got to prove myself now, like that I actually can keep up with them and make my way to the top, not just in the UK but around Europe. So I've got a lot to prove, but I think I can do it.
Well, how have you been fitting into the squad, and how much time have you had to sort of train with the Team Dignitas players? Have they been helpful? Have they been assisting you ahead of this competition?
A little bit, but obviously they've been travelling a lot for tournaments because MLG just previously finished and they've been travelling a lot. But yeah, they've been giving me good advice, practice games as well, which is nice, and helping me as much as they can basically when they've got free time and when they're online as well, because obviously they got to practice for themselves. But yeah, it's been good, it's been fun.
And obviously that practice and advice seemed to pay off a little bit, because you did record a win over Select in the group stage, which I think a lot of people were quite surprised by that. I mean, in terms of the victories, that must be the best one you've achieved, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I went into this tournament open-minded, but personally I didn't expect to do too well. It's just practice, a bit of experience. But yeah, getting a win against Select especially, it's nice. It's a good confidence boost for me. So.
What have you made of the tournament as a whole so far? Because I understand this is your first time at a competition of this sort of stature and whatnot. So what have you thought of it? How have you found it? Is it something you think you could adapt to and enjoy more of in the future?
Yeah, definitely. It's a cool tournament, and it's just seeing everyone on TV like MLG and stuff like that, and then actually talking to them and then playing against them. It's really cool, and yeah, definitely I could get used to it. It'd be wicked, and hopefully start beating them a lot as well.
Well, the next question I want to ask you about is ultimately who do you think is going to win the tournament? Now, I'll ask you to sort of take yourself out of that equation, if you will, and who do you think is going to win, and why do you think that?
I think Naniwa is probably the favourite to win, purely because he's just won MLG quite convincingly. And he's just such a good player. Like, he just seems a level above everyone else right now, so he's probably definitely the favourite, and then Select shortly after, I think, those two, after the way they've been playing anyway. So
what about as well in terms of surprise packages? Because in the group stages we've seen Hasu and I think Soccer have both done really well, and I think a lot of people might be surprised about it. Hasu perhaps more so than Soccer, but Hasu's gone on and topped the group. Is that a surprise? I mean, do you think those guys could be considered dark horses?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't expect it. I thought Nani and Select would take it easily, but yeah, I'm quite surprised that they did that. I haven't seen too much of Hasu recently, but I'm definitely impressed by his play. He's played really well, actually, and so is Soke, so yeah, I definitely think they've still got a good chance, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Well,
finally, I just want to say, obviously, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us. Is there anything that you'd like to add right at the end here?
Just want to thank our sponsors, Intel, Alienware, and all the ones on the hoodie, yeah, for helping us out.
Well, that's good. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, and obviously enjoy your first tournament. I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting learning curve for you and great experience. And obviously to all the people out there at Gadget.org, do stay tuned. We're going to be talking to some of the other players from the competition, and we'll have all the scores, match reports and everything else that you've come to know and love from us if you just stay tuned to the Gadget Show Live Alienware StarCraft 2 tournament here at the Birmingham NEC.